Welcome, kings and queens, to Enhance Holistically Tarot and Life Advice. Can't talk. Happy full moon, everybody. This will be your full moon reading, so I hope that you all are ready. If you're tuning in for the very first time, my name is Tamika. Please see the description box for any information that you would like on me or how to book a personalized reading. Or if this reading you find that it resonates and you would really like to leave a donation or tip, it's all welcome. For those of you that are already subscribers, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you for tuning in. Please hit the notification bell so that you can see when videos are updated or uploaded from me. And I look forward to just whatever the divine has for us on this full moon, aka snow moon. So let me actually set up here. Sorry, like a little bit of sage. I should have did this beforehand, but I just was like, you know what? I felt led to do a full moon reading, and so here I am, just heeding to the call. Heeding to the call. A lot of us are looking for just some direction. We had a lot of things I'm sure that's transpired from the new moon until now. So this is truly a time to just kind of reevaluate what have I accomplished, what do I still need to yet work on, um, what are some relationship dynamics I might need to move away from in this next cycle for some of you. I know that there's been a lot of relationship videos or just personal readings that I've been getting. And I feel like it's because everyone is kind of like leveling up, and everyone is leveling up at different paces, true enough. But as long as you're growing, because anything that's not growing is stagnant, and anything is stagnant, it starts to stink, it weighs you down, it's low vibrating, it's not serving you, right? So let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to draw a couple of oracle cards. Spirit guide, angels, ancestors, divine white light. Thank you for your messages. Thank you for your encouragement. Thank you for your peace. Thank you for your clarity for the collective right now and all that they seek. Ashe, ashe, ashe. I wasn't quite ready yet. Gotta give my salutation. All right. What do you have for the collective? Intention. Oh, intention is everything. Intention is everything. Um, if you are setting the right intentions, um, sometimes, of course, we're not read correctly. Sometimes we say things that may not come out in the best way. But our intentions, if we check into our soul source, our intentions are always pure, at least for the most part. Um, and as I had like a little powwow, a little dialogue with someone today, and they just put in perspective that your soul is perfect, your spirit is perfect. So what it is it's trying to catch up to this outer shell, this meat suit, she called it. Um, but your intentions from your spirit, from your heart space, is always good. Again, unless you're a person that is about some other shit, your intentions are always good. So it's all about setting the intention, right? And leading and being led by the best of intentions, acting and being in the best of intentions. This is also a push for everyone to set intentions in this full moon energy that we're in right now, and just continue to set them, continue to set forth visions and aspirations to be the best version of yourself, to accomplish that which you desire, believe that you can attain it, and then move on to the next thing, okay? A lot of people is on their soul life purpose right now, and that's beautiful. But just understand that give yourself the flexibility that if that changes, that it's okay. We have the retreat card here. Can you see that? I got to direct it towards the light because sometimes there's a glare. But we have the retreat card here. So now that it's starting to warm up a little bit, there might be some opportunities for it to go on healing retreats, empowerment retreats, things of that nature. And I feel like that's just going to be the catalyst that some of us need to go into the next level, especially now that we've had all this time indoors to kind of do some self reflection, to kind of evaluate things, evaluate what's working, what's not working, evaluating our social circles, evaluating our career opportunities for some of you as well. Like some of you might have been feeling the push to like really get employed for yourself, be an entrepreneur, but you just needed that time to kind of just like really get sick of your job for one. And for some of you, of course, some of us have to work a day to day job while we're working on our true purpose, our true love and passion, right? So it's okay, whatever season you find yourself in, as long as you're giving yourself that time for expansion. That's a lovely thing. And set the intention for that expansion as well. I think we really underestimate how powerful um, our feelings are as it relates to something that we actually want to see come into our reality. We disassociate the feeling with the actual blessing. And that's why it's hard. It's so foreign to us when we ask for it, right? So two cards came out, sentimental feelings and parental care. So reading these individually or collectively. Some people may be having some remorseful feelings right now. Sentimental could be very much that you're feeling like you're regretting something or that you're just missing someone or something. And then parental care. Some of you might be caring for elderly parents or having to make a decision about their well being. And that might cause some sentimental feelings as well. So we're going to get a little bit, let's go back to this deck here for a moment. There's no right or wrong. We're just trying to get a little bit of clarification on what to do with this sentimental feelings of parental care. Just trust that whatever is the intent, again, whatever is the intent for your parents or your parent, that it'll be just what the divine has orchestrated and allowed and aligned for you. Okay, so let's see. This card is going to come out. Focus. Okay, whatever this means for you as it relates to the sentimental feeling and this parental care. It may say to try to, maybe you feel like you're all over the place right now. Maybe you're trying to sit down and think about all of your resources. But Spirit is going to give you the focus that you need in order to make the best possible decision, okay? So that you're not feeling left feeling with any regret or any resentment towards yourself or anybody else. I will say that if you are in a position to ask for help, please ask for help, okay? It's not enough to sit in a situation that you are really being drained, but you're draining yourself even more because you're afraid to ask for resources. So please do look for those resources. Look for some alternatives, okay? It doesn't mean that it has to be just one set plan. And Spirit is going to give you the direction that you need in order to focus on the best possible outcome. So whoever that's for, I hope that helps, okay? And sometimes you just need to sit down and make a list of things that you can and can't do. And, think of some other people in your family, I'm sure, can help the situation out if you only ask or if you only make them privy to the information and to the circumstances that's going on. I know a lot of people like to take a lot of control over a situation and then they burn themselves out and then they're looking around like nobody's helping me. But no, sis, bro, you didn't ask for help. And most times they don't even know the severity or the intensity of what's going on until you say something, okay? So I'm not quite ready yet, Spirit. Thank you. I'm just gonna shuffle a little bit more before I actually get into the spread. We're actually gonna do a actual full moon spread. It's a 6 card spread. We're going to talk about what's been created and manifested since the new moon. We're going to talk about where we are right now, what's coming into our consciousness, awareness, what is no longer serving us, or who is no longer serving us. If that be the case, how can we release and let go of these energies, and what additional resources are available to release and let go? The Lover's card just came out. I'm going to just show it to you just in case it comes out again, okay? But for some of you, this might be surrounding some type of love interest, partnership, whatever the case may be. It could be a family member. It could be a relationship that you're just like, again, I don't dismiss the love as to be something outside of yourself. Sometimes it could be the love that you have for yourself, the respect that you have for yourself, okay? So keep that in mind. All right, so Spirit, what do we have? What's been created since the new moon? What has been created and manifested since the new moon? What has been created and manifested since the new moon? Oh, too many cards. What's been created and manifested since the new moon? Thank you. The Page of Swords. So some of you, so in reference to what we're asking, the Page of Swords is saying you're still looking for some kind of signal or message of clarity. You've been putting it out there, you've been casting it out there, and maybe you're still in search for it. Or maybe you have gotten the message of clarity. This is also talking about truth. Maybe you've been searching and seeking for the truth on a certain matter, whatever that case may be. But I feel like you really just been trying to like be poised, be stand still, just try to wait for the information to come to you versus you chasing it. In some cases, you have gotten the answers that you need, and now you're able to kind of either make a decision to cut the situation away because you understand it's not serving you. I feel like there's been some level of exposure since the new moon. Maybe it's something that you've been asking about, you're asking Spirit to reveal to you, and now that you've gotten that. But I do feel like you're trying to manifest just new information and knowledge about something that you, whatever your question or whatever your situation may be. All right. So where are we now? The concert of things. Thank you. 2 cards, 3 cards. Okay. So right now it says the 2 of Wands, the Ace of Wands, and the 8 of Wands. I love this because this is saying that if I read it in this order, there's been a new opportunity or push from the universe to move in a new direction, okay? Something that you've never embarked on before. And once you had this new opportunity presented to you, then you had to kind of like sit with it. You had to mull it over and figure out what's the next step. Is it location that I need to now forge out and look at? Is it a certain place? Is it a certain job? Is it a certain passion? What is it that I'm forging out? So you had to sit with it and see, kind of map out what your next steps were. And I feel like you came to a conclusion because now it's go time. So for some of you, you may be moving to a new circumstance or situation. Again, it could be a job, it could be a relationship, it could be something that you had to take action and consider doing because these are all wands. So this tells me that this had to be some type of action oriented decision that you had to make. But whatever it is, it's like you're going where the money resides, or whatever the case may be. I might not need to say that, but I don't know. It's popular right now. So anyway, you might have already gotten to the point where you're finalizing your plan, and now it's go time. It's time to move. And making that decision, it meant that it propelled everything else. Everything else starts to kind of align and fall into place. All of the resources, the money, the people, the job, the house, whatever the case may be, the kids' school might have lined up. Okay, it might have been a perfect opportunity, which I feel it has been. It's been a perfect opportunity, and now it's time to go. I like it for you. I love it for you. Okay. So what is coming to your conscious awareness? Okay, especially if it's about this move. What is coming to your conscious awareness? What is coming to the conscious awareness? Thank you. Ooh. So in your conscious awareness is this feeling of remembering something from the past that might be now brought to the forefront. It might have been a situation or even people that might be coming out from the woodwork. And we thought retrograde did that, but sometimes the full moon can bring about people kind of resurfacing in your life, or things or thoughts or memories resurfacing back in your life. So now that something might have been subconsciously suppressed, a memory or whatever the case may be, now it might be coming to the forefront. And it may be coming to the forefront so that some of us can deal with those situations. It might be something, a lesson learned. There might be something, maybe a key answer that we've been waiting for, and we kind of overlooked that past situation, and now it's coming back up. So now it's like staring us, full on in the face to address it. However it resonates with you. I feel like there are, like, this is a time of reflection, so quite naturally there might be some old memories, might be old people that maybe you should deal with or whatever, but they might be coming back up, and it doesn't have to be a bad situation. It could be a passion of yours that you used to have a childhood memory about, and now that's kind of resurfacing, and that might have like gave way to where you are now with this new endeavor. And I don't want to make it seem like it's all about moving physically, but I feel like it is. But for some of you, it just may be a shift in perspective. Okay, it could be that. Okay, a shift in overcoming the odds, a shift in being determined and being determined to move forward in your life with this Eight of Wands here. You've actually had some time to evaluate situations, and now you're like, I'm ready to move in a new direction. And so you are, okay? And that's all in your vortex right now. And again, some of you may be physically moving to a better situation based off of this opportunity, this brand new opportunity from the universe. But for some of you, again, it could be a shift in perspective. So it might not all the time be something physical or tangible. It could definitely be mental, spiritual, and felt in your heart space. So what is no longer, oop, that's a lot. What is no longer serving? What is no longer serving? What is no longer serving? Too many cards. What's going on? What is no longer serving? What is no longer serving? Thank you. The World card. What's no longer serving about the World card? Let's see. I feel like what the World card is saying that you've had your time of vulnerability, right? And being vulnerable is fine to the right people, right? In the right circumstance. But now it's time to gain some balance. You still be your authentic self, but now you have to create some boundaries, because that cycle of exposure, that cycle of being vulnerable is good, but you have to use some discernment on who to be vulnerable with and in what situations to be vulnerable, right? So, in the way that it's probably not serving you anymore is because you keep expending yourself and trying to be vulnerable with a person or in a situation that no longer calls for that, right? And we know that there's a time for everything. But in this time, it's like whatever you were doing, it's time to change it up for the betterment of yourself and for the protection of yourself. So there's a balance there. And I feel like there's some boundaries that have to be created here. But still stay true to yourself, right? Still stay within whatever feels authentic to you, and still stay in your own security about whatever this is, whatever it's dealing with, okay? So that's what's in the position of what's no longer serving. What can be released and let go about these energies with the world? What can be released and let go about these energies? What can be released and let go about these energies? What can be released? Thank you. The Four of Pentacles. What can be released about the energies? I see you can release the control. You can release your right to be right. You no longer need to defend that. But this is a level of control. Even though you have all the information, you have the exposure, you have the persons or people or whatever that you need to be away from. But it's just like, don't continue to feel like you got to manipulate the situation. Be free, be open, be flowing, right? I feel like there's still something to be held on to here. And that's what could stifle you. That's what could no longer serve you in this next cycle going forward, right? And as a matter of fact, just for happenstance, I'm going to read the Four of Pentacles in this book real quick. Just feel led to do it. Just to expand. Says you've been busy with your balancing acts and tightly clenching all of your money and material things close in order to help you feel safe and stable. It's been working for a while, but somehow you still can't relax. You might need to give up a little control because all of this stress about money isn't making you happy. And this could be about money. It could be about, again, I feel like it's more or less your right to be right in the situation. Like you're still trying to defend in some kind of circumstances. And it could be about money, defending about resources, but you're holding so tightly that nothing else can get to you, right? And so you're trying to manipulate these resources. And it's in the end, it's gonna burn you out. It's gonna really burn you out. Okay. So the last card is what additional resources are available to me as I release and let go. The King of Cups. What additional resources? And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Hermit. If I can turn it over, we have the Hermit card. So the King of Cups is as far as what resources are available. Just to go with the flow, just to continue to be in your heart space for yourself. Show love towards yourself. Being emotional, intelligent, and level-headed and grounded. To the point of not making rash decisions and not being too much in your head or your heart. Have a balance about that. Some people have a more heart over head situation, and some people have a more head over heart situation. Whatever it may be for you, just bring and find balance about that, because the King of Cups to me shows about love and emotional and nurturing. But you have to have an emotional intelligence that goes with that, because some people can't handle your heart because they themselves haven't tapped into their heart space. So you want to kind of like protect that. Um, and again, it goes back to intentions. I'm ready to go back to this card here. As long as you know in your heart of heart that you've had the best intentions in a situation towards someone, you have to trust that. Don't continue to beat yourself up about it. Kind of let it go, which is where the release part comes in at for me, right? So let's go ahead and draw a power animal. Let's draw a power animal card and see what we are in. I hope this reading has resonated with some of you, and I hope it's given just a little bit of insight and direction. Again, please feel free to leave comments in the comment box. And if you desire a more personal reading, please see the information in the description box. My information is there. If you schedule through my website, I most definitely will get to you. Thank you. All right, what is the power animal card here for the collective? What is the power? Thank you. Imagination. Immerse yourself in artistic and creative expression. Let's read about the seal. The seal is on page 103. If anyone cares to know the page for some kind of numerology. And it reads, immerse yourself in artistic and creative expression. Your subconscious mind is the playground of your imagination, with weights to be called out of your willingness to unleash the bonds of personal convention and societal restraint to challenge and surpass the usual limits you place on yourself regarding artistic expression. This means nothing less than to release your familiar sense of identity and stretch the boundaries of your creative mind. It's not a matter of believing or disbelieving that you have talent for any kind of creative pursuits. It's a matter of surrendering to the imaginative impulse that's beginning to be expressed in some form. So drop underneath those restriction beliefs and tap into the most natural drive towards creative artistic expression, perhaps something you've always wanted to do but have stopped yourself until now. Feel it in all its depths and dimensions, then throw yourself into it, whether it's singing, dancing, painting, drawing, writing, or some other path. This is food for your heart and soul. Don't put it off any longer. It's time to take the plunge. The additional association is creativity, grace, adaptation, and playfulness. I love it. I love it. I love it. So let's see here. We're gonna pull an inner compass card, and then we're gonna be done. These are not the kind of cards I can really shuffle like that. I kind of gotta do this number here. So we'll just see what we pull. Let's see. This one. Wisdom. This is a good one. Let's read wisdom, honey. On page 40. So, wisdom. You have universal wisdom. Wisdom is everywhere, all the time, in the cosmos and in you. You recognize it as a powerful feeling that something is right for you. The system presses that the appropriate the system presses the appropriate buttons. It knows, as it were, what you need. How could a seed ever know how to become a tree, flower, or human being? All that wisdom is contained in the nucleus. All the potential is there inside you as you work with better and better. Listen to your inner voice, unhindered by hope, limited beliefs, or peer pressure. Did I read that? Yep, I did. Let it show you the way that connects with your unique blueprint. When you feel that something is right, it will turn into a deep inner knowing. Through this process, you become the best guru you could possibly wish for. That's great because it goes in line with the seal, honestly, right? It goes in line with just allowing yourself to flow and go. Again, going back to that intention, right? Going back to that, whatever our intentions lead us to do, it's going to always be the best version of whatever. It's going to be the best outcome because our intentions are self-based. Our intentions are based and set based off of our heart's desires and based off of our heart, you know, our heart's intent, right? And so, therefore, it will be successful. It will be successful at all turns. That has been your full moon reading, kings and queens. I hope that you have enjoyed it just as much as I have. Please feel free to leave a comment. If you have not subscribed already, please subscribe. Ring that bell so that every time a video is uploaded that you may get the content. Share this video, like it, all that good stuff. I'm sure that there's something here that all of us can glean from because the collective is here with us. You have not stumbled upon this channel by accident. So I thank you all. I wish you all health, love, peace, and all that the divine has for you. Until we see each other again, ashe, ashe, ashe.